The echoes of Ethelgard. Imagine a civilization that built cities so vast they defied the very sky. Architecture that whispered of forgotten energies and knowledge beyond our grasp. For millennia, it remained a whisper, a legend of an ancient empire grander than any history remembers. Until now, deep beneath the earth, something unbelievable has emerged. It began with a chance geological survey, far beneath the crust where no human had ever trod. Sonar readings began to register unnatural anomalies, colossal structures that couldn't possibly be natural. An international team of scientists, led by the enigmatic Dr. Aris Thorne, launched an expedition. They expected ruins, petrified remnants. What they found instead chilled them to the bone. It wasn't merely a city. It was a sprawling, breathtaking metropolis, preserved almost perfectly, as if time itself had paused around it. They named it Ethelgard, the City of Forgotten Light. Its architecture defied known physics. Buildings kilometers high, constructed from an unknown material that shimmered and pulsed with a faint inner energy. Every edifice, every street, every intricate bridge spanning unseen chasms was part of one colossal living network. Scientists discovered that Ethelgard wasn't just a dwelling. It was a single, gigantic machine. At its heart, nestled deep within its core, was a colossal spherical device, pulsing with a low, resonant thrum. This was the city's very lifeblood, an energy source that powered everything, from its ambient glow to its complex defensive systems. They called it the etheric core. It drew upon an unknown energy, seemingly harnessed directly from the planet's core, or perhaps even from the cosmos itself. But what gave the city life was also what ultimately undid it, or did it. Because the inhabitants of Ethelgard, these giants of Tartaria, they were gone. No remains, no signs of struggle, no indication of what transpired. They simply vanished. The city lay silent, pristine, a ghost of unimaginable grandeur. As the research team cautiously approached the etheric core, preparing to send a probe into its pulsating depths, a faint, almost imperceptible thrum resonated through the very ground beneath them. It was a sound that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once, growing steadily, ominously louder. The thrum intensified, a low, resonant vibration that began to rattle the expedition's equipment. Dr. Aris Thorne, usually unshakable, felt a tremor of unease. He had theorized about such energies, but to experience one directly, emanating from a device millions of years old, was altogether different. The etheric core, which had until now maintained a steady, hypnotic pulse, began to fluctuate, its inner light flaring with erratic bursts of blue and gold. Readings are spiking. "Doctor!" shouted a frantic technician from the comm station. "Energy output is increasing exponentially. We're detecting a temporal anomaly signature." Temporal anomaly. The words hung heavy in the air, a chilling echo of Thorne's wilder hypotheses. He had often mused about the Ethelgardians' mastery over fundamental forces, but to manipulate time itself, such power was unthinkable. Yet the evidence mounted. Scanners began to pick up faint, distorted images, like ghosts of movement Within the core's pulsating field were these echoes of the Ethelgardians themselves. One theory, dark and compelling, suggested that the etheric core, in its boundless capacity, had become too powerful for its creators. Perhaps, in a final desperate attempt to control an escalating energy crisis, the Ethelgardians initiated a mass teleportation or dimensional shift, hoping to escape the impending cataclysm. But what if the escape failed? What if they were scattered across time, or worse, dissolved into the very energy they sought to control? Another, more unsettling theory posited that they didn't vanish due to disaster, but by design. Ethelgard wasn't just a city, it was a chrysalis, the etheric core, not merely an energy source, but a device of ascension. Perhaps the Tartarian giants, having reached the pinnacle of their physical existence, chose to transcend it, converting their very beings into pure energy or consciousness, merging with the core itself, or transporting themselves to another plane of existence entirely. The perfect preservation of the city, devoid of struggle, lent a haunting credibility to this idea. They didn't die, they simply evolved beyond our comprehension. As the thrum reached a deafening crescendo, the expedition team felt a dizzying pressure in their heads, a disorientation that threatened to overwhelm them. Thorn gripped the railing of their observation platform, his eyes wide, fixed on the etheric core. Within its swirling energies, the distorted images intensified, coalescing into something more defined. Brief, fleeting glimpses of elongated forms, luminous eyes, and then, for a fleeting moment, a distinct, crystalline structure, unlike anything in Ethelgard, flickered into view. Was it another city? Another world? Suddenly, with a deafening crack that reverberated through the earth itself, the etheric core snapped back to its original, steady pulse. The light dimmed, the thrum subsided, leaving behind only the eerie silence of the subterranean city. The temporal anomaly readings flatlined. The ghostly images vanished. The expedition continued their work, meticulously cataloguing every detail of Ethelgard, deciphering its intricate language etched into the walls, and painstakingly analyzing the core's dormant energy. They found no answers to the disappearance, no definitive proof of transcendence or cataclysm, just the monumental, silent city and the ever-present, low hum of the etheric core. Ethelgard remains a paradox, a monument to a civilization that achieved wonders beyond our wildest dreams, yet left behind only its silent structures and a profound emptiness. We can walk their streets, touch their walls, even feel the faint energy of their core. But where did the Tartarian giants truly go? And what secrets does the etheric core still guard, waiting to be unleashed, or perhaps reawakened by something we've yet to understand?